media. Good afternoon for some of you. It's so weird for me how, it's like 9 o'clock here, almost 9, and it's like lunchtime or after for some of you guys. What? Huh? Who? What? When? It's hot. I'm dying already. You guys, when my shirt's off, it is already muggy. It's like my garage didn't cool off from last night. So it's hot. No, I'm hot. This is when I curse Grandpa for taking my room, right? TikTok trolls and TikTok, YouTube trolls, you can quote me on this. This is when I get pissed off that Ed has my exercise room. Did you hear me in the back? This is when I get pissed off when Ed has my exercise room. That's right, I said it. Because I used to be in air conditioning. And now I'm out here sweating my labia off. It's fucking hot. It's got to be already like 80 degrees. And it was 104 yesterday, I think, and the garage couldn't cool down, right? You can't put on your whole house fan. You can't do anything because it's just muggy. Muggy. Can you move it into the media room? Funny you say that, Cheryl. No, because the media room has stupid ducting. So it's either too cold or too hot. And the hot is for the summer and the cold is for the winter. So no. Yeah, you guys on the East Coast are getting blasted with heat. Welcome. And that's a different heat than we got, right? 95 in LA, yes, yucky. And we're dry in Sacramento. So, but I'm dying. I'm dying. Hi, Laura. It's cool in Seattle? Well, aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? So there's some things I got to do in the yard today. Weather shows here 92. It feels like 101. Ooh. 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 Very cool in Southern Ireland. Mars, it raining. You guys get rain all the time, right? Take it out to the garage. Yeah. Hell no. Yoli, listen to me. I'm about 2 seconds away from putting this shit in my house. In Michigan, I heard you guys are hot. Happy birthday, Trina. Your insides are, well, you're still alive, but yes, you're one day further into the dying of the internal organs of the female body. Yes. Cold and where? So much for global warming. Yeah, let's not get started on that. People, don't believe in that shit. Take a look at the country. But I don't want to get started on that. People's crazy comments on the other hand, they don't know about dementia. I was reading people's crazy comments. Oh, girl. Keep reading. Keep reading. He's not a toddler. You treat him like a dog. Why can't he be in his kitchen? Why can't he be in your kitchen? Why can't you tell him it's his house? Why can't you give him keys to drive? Let him drive in a parking lot. Why can't he have some independence? Why can't your toddlers have some independence? Why can't you give your toddlers some keys and let them drive around the parking lot? Why can't you let your toddlers eat sugar all day long? Why don't you? Why don't you want your toddlers hanging out in the kitchen? Huh? Why don't you? Yes. Daphne got me started. Sorry, y'all. Daphne says, I hate those comments, yeah. It would make me leave social media. No, because those people are idiots. Idiots. In Ohio, currently, it's 85. Ooh. Why don't you do this? You tell him to sit like a dog. Yes, because he's not safe on his fucking feet. You know how many times in the last 3 days he's almost tripped and died Because every time you think of a fall, you think death. Lots. He's shuffling more and more. That's why I don't want him in my fucking kitchen. My kitchen. My fucking kitchen. It's not his kitchen. And that's the only way I can get him to see reason sometimes. Because he likes to exhibit control. Right? Control. But yet, he's got none. He doesn't realize he's 92 and in my house. So yes, I remind him. Am I training for a sporting event? No. My mental sanity. That's my own sporting event. So, let me talk about Dan. My greatest muse in my life. The biggest, the most baddest pain in the ass on the planet, in my house. Yes. My only concern is him. You guys, I had him by the hand. We'll get back to Dan. I had him by, literally was holding him by the shirt. He tripped 3 times over his own feet. People want to bitch about my house and how much shit I have in it. You guys, I have taken out so much shit for Grandpa. I've taken out my rugs. You think I want to take out my rugs? No. I like to design. I like to decorate. I hate fucking messing with my decorations. But I've done it for Ed. He is shuffling more and more these days. Get him a walker, they say. Why don't you give him a cane? Why do you fucking think? Why do you fucking think? I'm coming across as a major whiner. And what are you, user? We don't have to block too quickly. I want to have fun a little bit. See if they come back. If they don't come back, then that's fine. If they do come back and they say something vulgar, disrespectful, and all that stuff, then we let it go. So, anywho, why he doesn't want to use it. He would never use it. You guys got to understand that for Ed, stop thinking about your family. Stop thinking about the other people that you see on social media. Ed does not think he's 92. Ed does not only think he's 92, but when you don't think you're 92, for the love of Pete, you don't think you need a walker or a cane. I have one. We bring it out so forth. He's like, Dad, use the walker. For what? You can't make somebody use something they have no association with. Yeah, so here's the thing. Give him a chance to use one. Yes, did you not hear what I said? He walks right past it. Classy bougie. Why do people not trust me? That's what I want to know. Why do people not trust me? Why do people say, well, just put it there and create another tripping fucking hazard for Ed? Sounds smart. Sounds smart. We bring it to him sometimes. What's that? I don't need that. Right? You need to get over it. Y'all need to just trust the people who have cared for this man for 4 fucking years. Right? And they do fall. I think those are dangerous. I think if Ed learned to use, typically before the disease sets in, if they're using it, they'll use it in the disease. But if they have no association with those things, they're not going to use it. For fuck's sake. Oh, I think I missed it too. Lily, when I post my videos, does it say, please, leave your unsolicited advice below? I love to hear things that people have to tell me. Yes, love it. Love it. Yeah, unfortunately, for some of you who believe you could do a better job than us, or me specifically, not Dan, because Dan is so much calmer, so much nicer, and it's his dad. Therefore, I'm just the in-law that is vile, rude, malicious, and such a bitch. And of course, because he's not blood related, I treat him the way I do. Now, what are you guys saying about Dan? Now, what are you saying about Dan? How do you guys not see when you call me all those things or accuse me of those things? You are treating Dan like a piece of dog poo. The man you worship, the man you love, the man who does it so much better than me. Yes. Oh, Kenny's here. Let's start the party. Oh. But let me tell you a little secret. I've lived with him longer than Dan ever has. How about that? I think I know Ed more than Dan even knows him in certain situations. It's funny how them bitches don't know a fucking thing. Hello. What? Goodman. Did you tighten up your testes for the party? Or they dragging when they surprised you? Or do they fall out of the sling in scared preparation for shit? Who's coming at me? Anyhow, Mike, that is amazing. And 70, you know what? You deserve it. Hi, Ollie Cat. How are you, girl, today? Hopefully you're smiling and ready to tackle the day. I seem overwhelmed. Look at this unsolicited. Lily, where's my unsolicited advice chairman? Look at all these people on TikTok giving me their unsolicited advice. Did you see that? Did you see that? Girl, you seem overwhelmed. Girl, you seem stressed. My life is fucking stressful. No fucking shit. Why do I shower him over Dan? I will tell you, some women are having such a weird issue with me showering Ed. You guys, it is not a sexual thing, right? I don't know what you guys are thinking. It's I party till 4 a.m. Get it, bro. Get it good. Hey, Rhonda. It's not anything sexual. You've seen a penis, you've seen a penis. You've seen a butthole, you've seen a butthole. It's not anything weird for me or Ed, right? Nurses do it, right? Nurses do it. I do it because I do it better, right? I have the mothering skills that Dan doesn't have. Dan just hoses them off, you know? Dad, armpits! Dad, penis! Dad, butt! You know? I don't do that. I'm actually in the shower with him. Like, not under the spray, but I have a big enough shower where I can stand in the opening and help him, right? So I'm in here with him, and I'm helping him with his head. You know, he's still capable of doing the other things, but I do everything else, right? I lead him out by the hand. He grabs onto me. He does those things. So, and it's hard for him to hear in the shower. So I go in, I have a quieter approach. When Dan's standing outside the shower, he already has a hard enough time listening, especially with all the sounds, and it makes it louder, right? It was more stress for me, and I felt like it was more stress for Grandpa. So that's why I took it over. By accident, but I did it. Today, shower day. Yep. No, I don't need to have him do it, right? I do it. And we whip it in and whip it out. I mean, it's so quick. And afterwards, I shave him. If his nails need to be cut, his toenails, I do it. And those are the things I do for him. I put lotion on his body every other day. I do his arms. I do his legs. I clean his toes. I put lotion on his face. I shave him. I spray cologne on him. Yes. Oh, thanks, Claire. I have a routine with him. Today's shower day. Today's shower day. He loves it. He loves it. Dan wouldn't do that. Men don't have the touch that women do, right? I'm surprised Dan hasn't said, well, can you shower me too? Because that looks great. Can you shave me? That looks amazing. I want lotion. I want you to cut my toenails. But no, he doesn't deserve it. Now, yes, I do. He's got this one toe. Remember a couple months ago, they had to remove some of his toe because he had a toe infection. So it's weird. So every month I kind of go in and the podiatrist was like, take your nail file to it as the new nail's coming in and just try. She's like, I don't want to upset him and make him more feasible, more capable of getting an infection. So we're going to leave that top on it. But it's thicker nail, right? So I go in there and I shave it about every other month because I think it aggravates him around his cuticle. Dan wouldn't do that. Dan wouldn't do that. It's because I'm a mom, right? I'm an auntie. I'll be a grandma, soon enough. I have those capabilities to give my love in those ways, additional ways, right? My love for Ed, he's here, right? No, I'm not perfect. No, I can be crabby. Yes, I can say the wrong things. No, I'm not perfect. But doesn't mean I don't love him and take care of him. Okay, you think of yes, I do the things that most men wouldn't think about, right? So even Dan's like, you're using my cologne? Well, shit, you don't. Let him feel good. If I'm responsible for him, he's gonna look presentable. I even trim up his eyebrows, get his nose hairs. I keep his sideburns nice. I like the sideburns on Ed, so I grew them out for that because I liked them. So yes, this meanie, here I am. Yep. I whip him, I push him, I beat him around. All the while, he's thrashing to get away from me. Come on, y'all. Grow the fuck up. Now back to Dan. Back to Dan. This guy. He's letting me sleep more, right? But he still goes on these tirades. So I'll hear him mumbling about something, and you're in and out of sleep. And he sits there pretty much telling me what a horrible person I am. Like the trolls. I'm a bad wife. I do this wrong. I don't talk to him. But yet I won't answer him in the middle of the night because, we haven't said anything to each other all day. I can't remember what other nonsense he talks about. But last night he went on for seemed like forever. No, I don't get up and talk to him. But it enrages me. I'm thinking to myself, you motherfucker, because you want to talk right now when I'm trying to sleep. It's my fault we don't communicate the whole day. Because you choose to not do it during the day, but you want to do it when it's my sleeping hours. So now, I'm the bad one, right? Come on. What the hell is this shit, right? How, whatever. It's so crazy. It pisses me off. So in the morning time, I get up, he gets up, and I'm working at my counter. And I said, don't forget to shut the pantry. I said it in a nice voice. So then he starts in on me again. Oh, is that the first thing you say to me? Of course it is. And I looked at him with venom in my eyes and I said, you know what? Are you starting with me now? 5 hours fucking later? So you heard me last night. What is your point? What is your point of doing that? I heard you. I'm not fully awake. I hear you mumbling about bitching about me, everything I do wrong. How about thinking about everything I do right? Now, if you did something right, I would tell you about it. But I'm still waiting, right? So, anywho, just bitching at me. Well, you don't, I mean, I'm talking to you, I know you hear me, but you won't talk to me. That's rude, disrespectful. At this time, it's like after 12, right? At this point, it's after 12. No, I'm not getting up and I'm not having a conversation because you're ready to have a conversation because you can't sleep, right? No, ma'am, thank you. I spent the evening, I left my house about 2-ish yesterday, after 2, spent the day with the Nuggets, running around, having fun, helping Rocky clean up, doing the things that a good sister-in-law does when she's beat to shit. And love to see my nuggies, that was really nice. So I came home, cleaned up, made sure everything was nice so I could wake up in the morning and not have a lot to do. Then you saw my morning escapades. Now, you guys, I didn't show the bedroom, right? So you see what he leaves out in the walkways in the kitchen. I don't even show you my bedroom because he was still sleeping. So there's like about 4 more cups, wrappers, nicotine shit thrown everywhere, a beer bottle on another thing. Yes, that's frustrating for me. So when he started in at me this morning, when the first thing I said is, hey, don't forget the pantry door. And then he started bitching at me and said, of course, that's the first thing you say to me. Of course. And he's sitting there turning away. Of course. Of course. Who knew? I knew that was going to be the first thing you said, right? And I'm thinking to myself, really? Really? I have to listen to you at night bitching about me and all my faults. Now, it's different when I do it here. I'm trying to be funny. But he's serious. When he's talking, he's not laughing, right? He's not laughing. He's coming. He's not laughing. I knew he would come. He's not laughing. He's a dick. D-I-C-K. And then he expects me to be happy with him when he wakes up in the morning. Now he's like, oh, so you were up. That was just a test. Now, women, come on. We know better. What do you want to say? What do you want to say, mister? He's laughing. Uh-huh. But when somebody's in my ear spitting mean things to me in the middle of the night, you know, I've been wondering why my dreams have been so, like, agitated after that. It's because I wake up to him saying those things, and then I get, like, anxiety because I'm so pissed off, right? I'm so pissed. Why would he do that to me? Why? He's running away now. Why? Thanks, Lori. No, he's actually letting me sleep better. He'll just go on a rampage and then he'll leave me alone. Yes, he does, Terror Bear, and that's the thing. He's poking. He's trying to get me up. He wants a reaction, right? Dennis, he doesn't put on the TV. He doesn't put on the TV. He doesn't laugh. That's the difference. If he laughed, I think I could handle it better. But he doesn't laugh at all. Eileen, why do you think I'm with him? Are you married? Were you married? And if you were married or still married, doesn't your husband have annoying habits? Come on, y'all. Stop making it about this situation. I'm sharing it because it's irritating, right? It's an irritation your husbands do. I'm with him because I love him. Doesn't take away that he's annoying, as I'm sure I'm annoying too to him. Like he hates this. He hates when I bust his ass out here. So anyhow, that's marriage. For all you people come in here and be like, oh my God, why are you with him? Well, take a good look at your marriage and tell me what annoyances do you have with your husband? I just have, yes, I'm getting the benefit of the absurdity. It's the absurdity of what I listen to in the middle of the night, right? I'm thinking to myself, this guy, does he want a punch in the nose? Does he want a knee to the groin? It's nothing more than what I present it with, right? It's banter to talk to you guys about. It's a little bit to get under his belt, right? Because he pisses me off. And I have this platform, and my platform is about marriage, menopause, diarrhea, leaking, all the failing organs of a woman, irritations of our husband. I do it to cope with the stress, right? The anxiety that it gives me. He doesn't realize, right, that it gives me anxiety, but it does. Goodman, frame the calendar. So, it is the complexities of marriage. Well, maybe not everybody. There's some women that come on and they're like, I would never. I'm so in love with my husband, BS, that I would never get mad at him. I would never disrespect him. Right. I would never raise my voice at him. I just never, because I love him like the day I first met him. Bullshit, right? It's not the truth. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. I still love my husband. I was still annoyed with him the day I married him. It doesn't mean I didn't want to spend the rest of it. He's my soulmate, but he bugs the fuck out of me, and that's okay. I'm trying to normalize the idiosyncrasies of marriage, man and wife, at least mine. And I know that some of y'all are like, yep, me too. Mine too, girl. And that's why we came up with the idea of the house, the house. What do we call it? Shit. What was the house that we call? What do we call our house that we have? We're going to turn in Salinger Law Group into a home for men, right? A home for men where they need to be somewhere for a while. The man cell, yeah, whatever. We did something else. We had a funnier name to that. The boarding house, the husband boarding house, yes. That's why we came up with this new business idea. So when we're at the wit's end with our husbands, we have a place to take them and leave them for a while, right? And leave them for a while. You know what I mean? Sounds like a great idea to me. I don't know how and why no woman has ever invented that, right? Sonia, no, you wouldn't see me at all. You'd see me. You would never see me because I wouldn't get up to do anything. I'd be in a corner of my room, crying all the time, wishing that I was with my mom and my dad and my grandparents and everybody else. No, I have to find humor in this bullshit. Even though I'm kind of angry, right? I'm still kind of mad that he would go on these tyrants in my ear in the middle of the night. It really upsets me a little bit. And so I feel it, because I'm like, first of all, what's his point? First of all, what's your point? It's a trigger. You're being a jerk. You're doing those things. So why are you trying to do that? Get over it. You're obsessed. Mary, I have to tell you. Mary, 10:30 at night, right? Mary, I have to tell you. It's 9:30, 10:30. Mary, I have to tell you.
I'm just trying to get you to talk, right? That's all I'm doing.
When I'm asleep.
And you're creating this incredible
when I'm asleep.
Story of some kind of.
When I'm asleep.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to get you to talk. I'm happy and smiling. It's fucking 9:30 on a Saturday night. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can make content out of it, but good God, don't say it's the middle of the night.
It is the middle of the night. Sometimes it's the middle of the night.
Things that I'm saying, trying to get you to just engage. That's it. At 9:30.
Engage if I'm asleep. Why would you want somebody to engage with you while I'm sleeping? When I'm sleeping? Like, how do you not reflect and decide that? Like, how do you say that? Yeah. That's the thing, is he's so deflective. That's my thing. If I'm asleep, why are you trying to communicate and wake me up to talk to you? I'm just trying to have a talk to you at 9:30. Even if it's 9:30, some nights it's the middle of the night. I don't know what time. I didn't look at the clock last night. But I'm asleep. Why would you want to wake your wife up, who does not stop moving all day, who does things around the house, who doesn't? I'm like a blue-collar worker here. My hands are rough. I have scratches from everything I do. You know I'm exhausted. You know I'm going through perimenopause. You know my body's doing weird things right now. Why would you wake me up? Right? Why? Doesn't make sense to my brain. I wake up my husband and tell him
I was out until 3 o'clock in the morning with insomnia, but stopped logging you at 10:30. Right? I mean, that's the reality.
Dan, I'm not going to talk to you about this. Not when you're being a fucking defensive prick and want to fucking deflect. And you want to deflect all your behaviors. Own them and say, yeah, you're right. I am wrong. I shouldn't wake you up. It's really insensitive of me. That's what you should say.
That's fine, and that you can say I woke you up at 9:30, but don't make it seem like I'm keeping you up all
Dan,
night.
sometimes, oh, Jesus Christ. Sometimes, yeah, alone. What do you want me now, to come up and hold your hand? So what? That's selfish, right? Isn't that selfish? How many of you women and men have insomnia, but you want to poke at your husbands or wives and wake them up because you're miserable? Shut up. How many of you want to wake up your spouse because you're lonely and miserable? Selfish. Selfish. I don't care if it's 8:30 in the night and I'm asleep. That doesn't give you any right to wake me up. I'm obviously tired, right? I'm obviously exhausted if I'm asleep by 9:30. I was actually asleep before 9 last night. Yeah, Jesus Christ. And the deflection, constant deflection. Can we not? Jesus. Yeah. Anyhow. Mary, now you can go. You're rude. Find some happiness in your life instead of picking and harassing and bullying older women, Mary. Jesus Christ. Report her. Jesus. She's annoying. Yeah, so Mary was bitching and then she called me a drunk. Jesus Christ. Dan, get a divorce. Why? You guys are so ignorant. You guys are so ignorant. Before you tell somebody what to do, take a look at yourself in your reflection and ask yourself, what is your problem? I mean, that's the only thing I can see. When you can reflect on your own relationships, or maybe you don't have any because of that, but divorce, it's probably this generation. Divorce, you know, that's not how we do it. It's not how you do it. You're annoyed. How many times get annoyed with their friends, their family, everything? You guys are so, I wish I could zap people. You know, I wish I can zap people. Idiots, trolls, you know, angry women, especially. I think it's selfish not wanting to help out your husband or wife if they're going through whatever. Shane, that's really one-sided, right? And I'm going to tell you why. You think it's selfish for me not to get up all night and sit with my husband while he has insomnia? Insomnia. So you're going to have two cranky caregivers, right? Because one can't sleep, but the other one has to stay up with them to support them, to be unselfless? Wow. No, that's not how that works in my house. When you caregive, or if you have young kids and you have a family, you let one person sleep. So they have their best ability to deal with the crises and the stress that they have for the day. You do not stay up with Dan till 3 a.m. It's all about me. Yes, this channel is all about me. And Shane, I'm going to tell you something. This house is all about me. You know what I mean? Because I do everything in this house. So it is all about me. I should be sleeping. While the people who don't do much of what I do can stay up with their insomnia that they've had for 56 fucking years. Now what? So he does get up in the night with his dad. He does. That's why I take the morning hours. Now, Miss Selfish here, Selfish right here, I slept in the last 2 mornings. So Grandpa comes directly in our room because I could sleep. I slept from 9 to 7, almost 7:30 this morning. That's a lot. Last night, the night before, I slept probably from 10 to like 7-ish. That's good for me. I need to do that ever so often, you guys. My body, women's bodies are changing. You know, I mean, you don't realize how much, I didn't even eat this morning, right? Because I can't eat anymore because my body. So I'm gonna have to start and get back on the no eating in the morning until after I'm done. I'm so tired all the time. I mean, I'm like in a state of tiredness, you guys. I don't sit because I can't, but, so I do, Biggie. I went and saw my nuggets yesterday. But here it is. I should be able to sleep, plain and simple. My husband should value, right? Just like if I wake up early, I try to be quiet for him and let him sleep because I know he doesn't sleep. Now that's not selfish, right? That's helping him because I know he's up all night. So I try to do my part. But like lately, I've been sleeping. So I haven't been able to do it as much. So depressed, not trying to sound offensive. Am I depressed? No. Jesus. No. About the protein shake. Yes, I saw the protein shake in the morning, but I know I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat. I do better with no eating and exercise, and then I'll eat afterwards. So stun gun. Dennis, I'll try it. I need to buy one. How do I buy one? I am not depressed. I'm just overwhelmed because I got a lot of stuff that I put on my plate. As far as the sleeping, he has gotten better, but he's in this new phase where he wakes me up when he's just wants a conversation with a sleeping woman. 14 hours. Oh, I know. And that's me. I mean, even being around the Nuggets, you know, their energy is so high. Hi, Marty. I don't sleep upstairs. I have 2 friends flying into town this coming Wednesday and Friday. And so I'm not going to go and change sheets and get all situated. So I'm going to wait. So I just try to do the best I can. I try to normalize the arguments and the annoyances. I try to have fun with it. You know, I mean, do I embellish a little bit? Of course. But the underlying messages and the things that I talk about are real. Men just don't, not all you men, but most men who I've come in contact with are just clueless with a lot of things. I just feel like what's so easy for me to see when I'm complaining about my body all the time, right? God, my body hurts, my stomach, my head, I have a headache. I'm still bleeding, 10 days later. Like, I'm exhausted. Why are you tired? I mean, Dan even questioned the other night when I went to bed early. Not last night, but the night before. He's like, are you feeling okay? You were weird on the live too. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. I'm getting older. I need more sleep. I'm tired. I mean, if I'm going to bed early, your wife has done. She's ready to call it a day. If she's falling asleep at 8:30, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? It doesn't tell you to wake her up because you're lonely during an insomnia fit, It tells you respect her and let her body do what it needs to do. Heal, replenish, I don't know. So that's what, Rose, I used to be able to, 6.5, 7 hours were great. Now I'm realizing my body's like, yep, bitch, you need more. You need like 9, 10 hours of sleep. And I feel better today. Like, tired wise, I feel better. I'm just mentally exhausted. So yeah, Trina, I know. I eat a lot of protein. Dan does not snore. He just talks and eats all night long. Yes, Dennis, and that's what you do, because that's a respectful spouse. Yeah. The bleeding, and when you're bleeding, right? I've been bleeding for 10 fucking days. You know? It's mentally, my house is mentally exhausting, which also turns into physical exhaustion, as well as everything else I'm trying to cope with. And that's the thing. What am I doing to try to make sure? I beat his ass, Shelly, and I threaten his life almost daily to change some patterns, 100%. Cheryl, nothing has worked. He's tried everything. Why am I bleeding? Because I'm on my period. I'm on birth control, you guys. So I'm day 2. This is day 3 in a birth control, and I think I'm finally not bleeding today. Just, you could tell my body's changing. My body's different, right? It's not the same anymore. So now I bleed from the first day I stop taking my pill to 2 days in. How is that TMI, Tiffany? You're a woman. Are you embarrassed about talking about womanly things? I don't think it's TMI. Oh no, I'm talking about menopause and blood and periods. Shit. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm on birth control so people are always telling me HRT has changed your life. Well, I'm on a higher dose of estrogen with my pill. It's higher than HRT. So I'm going to, yeah, I don't know why women come on here, and when I'm talking about blood, they're like, oh my God, that's disgusting and vulgar. Is it? Is it? What? Why can't I talk about that shit? Would you rather me talk about my feces? Because I can talk about that too. I'm scared, Anne, because I said, I told my doctor, I was like, so can I try HRT? And she giggled. She laughed at me. She said, you want to try HRT? I said, well, yeah. Why not? She goes, girl, you are on a form of HRT. Your estrogen is higher than what the HRT is. You want to switch? And I went like, oh no, never mind, abort the mission. Abort the mission. I'll stay on the highest form. Thank you. She giggled. She did. So you have occasional mental pause? Yes. And men, Dennis, I always bag on the man because, you know, I mean, I am a woman. I must bag on men. Not really. But, you know, I like to have fun with sometimes your inability to see reason, truth, and life. So, yeah, she wants me to, I gotta get a blood test.
I finished my coffee chat. Are you still bitching at me out here?
Yes.
You still doing it?
Yes.
Really?
Even Dennis, as a man, said, Danielle, I have insomnia too, and I get up and I go away from my wife so she can
And so the fuck do I. This was 9:30 at the fucking Saturday night. And I'm thinking, geez, maybe, you know, maybe a little conversation. That's all. A little nice, you know, husband and wife chat. Hey, how's your day?
When I'm sleeping!
How's your day?
How do you
Mine was
not
good.
see?
Mine was a little rough.
Oh my God.
That's all. A little. And then by 10 o'clock, when I'm miserable, and by the way, the video that you made, food, that's all, I mean, that's in a haze. I don't even realize that's happening. I'm just walking out and taking a handful of cereal, and then that's the mess. It's not a big deal. Like 5 handfuls of cereal over 5 hours.
It's not the point. It's not the point that you're eating and you want to kill your health. The point is you leave me with mess. Your nicotine packets everywhere, your cups, your dry, and then he takes these cups and they're dried and cereal in them, and then I have to like soak them in the morning.
I unsoak those myself.
Not all the time, you don't.
Well, I did today.
What about your nicotine packets that are thrown on the side of that?
I pick up everything myself.
No, you don't.
Given the chance.
No, you don't.
If it's not on your schedule, then you do it first. That's your way. But we had a great coffee chat. You guys, it'll be up later today. It was good today.
I'm so happy for you.
Happy for him. It's fucking hot out.
I need my own apartment. And Marie, it's so funny because I drive by on Grant Line Road. I don't know if any of you are in Sacramento, but it's Grant Line Road, and they have these like she sheds. It's really not a she shed, but I'm thinking about making myself a she shed. Every day I drive by those, I'm like, what would he do if I just had this big old shed delivered, put in my backyard, got a hookup for AC, got a little, I don't even need a potty in there. Just give me AC. Just give me a TV, some electricity, and I can go in there and do it. I mean, if you put a little kitchenette in there and a toilet, I may never come out. I may never leave. Oh shit. Maybe, yeah.
Listen, you're not Charlie D'Amelio. Take it easy, spend it. I mean, how many things do you need to build right now?
Thanks, Jesse. I'm gonna cry. Like I could, at this point, I could cry from anxiety. Woo. I haven't heard about it till he had problems sleeping. He asked if it would help. I said it ain't gonna hurt. But yeah, I mean, you do what you can. Like I'm not trying to get him. He is who he is, right? He is never going to agree with me. He's always going to be defensive. He's always going to be the way he is. He'll die that way. I wonder why. Who's like that? His fucking father. So he doesn't know any better. But I've tried my hardest to make him see things and be compassionate about certain things. And I just can't get him. It's always deflection. It's always deflection. Like he could never say, you're right, I'm sorry. Never, ever. And so, I do my best. Yeah, well, he's obsessed with her right now, Liz. She makes a shit ton of money. Now, I don't even make a pinprick compared to what she makes, you know? But it would be nice one day to make it that big. We started too late. If I started during the pandemic, like at the beginning when everybody got really big, I would be a lot further along, I think. Anyhow, so that's exhausting to me, you guys. This constant banter that we have, this stupidity, this shit is exhausting. You know, he is different than me. I hold on to it because it frustrates me and he lets it go. The minute it's out of his mouth, it's gone, right? The minute you're not blowing kisses, get the fuck out of here. He's a man, so he can disengage from that stuff. But as women, right, we just, it piles up on us. You know, for me it does. It piles up. It piles up. And it piles up. And then keep on trudging. And eventually you just pop, right? You pop because you're human. Oh, Mary, you guys are too sweet. And that's what I do. Like, I keep going. I was watching my friend last night. Some of you watch her, January. She's in the battling, and she's kind of, you know, she's had some experiences there, and she was really having a hard night. I was watching her on the way home, and, you know, she's doing it alone. She has her mom, and her mom is quite feisty and snarky and very argumentative, and it gets daunting, right? Debbie's a lot like me in a lot of the ways where she, you know, you bottle it up, right? You don't really talk about it. We make fun of each other, like we'll laugh at each other's situations and stories, because as caregivers, that's what you have to do. You have to break up the sadness and the frustration and the overwhelming, like, fuck, I just want to hit my fucking head against the wall. You know, her biggest stress is, you know, her mom. And she is in it. She's in it. She's come to see me. this week. So that'll be a good break for her. She needs it. She doesn't get a break, but she's like me. She takes on everything. She takes on the world. Without really kind of taking on yourself, you take on the world and you do everything for everybody else, right? And dealing with your parent who has dementia or God knows anything else. And she just lost it last night, you know? She just lost it because it builds, you know? And when you don't allow that ability to let it go more frequently, you get to a point where you break. And I'm glad she's coming. Her breaking is coming at a really good time because she'll be here and she can just decompress and have a good time. But we just do it. We just have our moment and we keep on trudging because that's what we do. That's what we've always been taught to do. Whether it's self-taught or, I don't know, it just happens. And that's what I do too. Is taking care of Grandpa too much? Does Ed have some responsibility at home? He can't do anything. I mean, he can barely walk and stand for long periods of time. No, you cannot get him to do anything. You just can't. Like, what do you want him to do? People are like, oh, vacuum. Oh, okay. So then he falls and trips and shuffles his feet and trips over the cord or trips over the God knows what, his own fucking feet, because that's typically what he does. No, there's nothing safe for him to do in the house, right? He doesn't know, you know, dishwasher, where you can have him load the dishwasher. Again, no. There's so many different things in that kitchen. He does not belong there, and I'm not moving any more shit. He doesn't belong in the kitchen. There's knives. There's shit that he trips over his own feet, people. All I need him to do is hit his head on the fucking counter. So would you want your daughter treated like that? Treated like what, Bear Mama Fitness? Treated like what? Can you teach your husband to apologize like yours? Mine doesn't apologize, GSR. So if yours apologizes, then you are one lucky bitch. Here's the thing in our own relationships. And I'm going to tell you something. You guys have to open your eyes and try to see a better view of the world and what I share, you know. People are very myopic in how they want to perceive. Lots of people on here actually giggle. They're like, oh my God, girl, my husband too. You know, they don't sit and they don't dissect it. You don't need to dissect my marriage and my relationship. It's complicated, but whose isn't? What I tell my girls all the time, right? Dan has good traits and he has shitty traits, just like me. I tell my girls all the time when they bitch, right? I say, you have your choice in what you want to choose in life. Take what you don't like of your parents' relationship, then change it in yours, right? But don't be here and trying to change it because we are who we are, right? We are who we are. So I always tell them that. Take it as a life lesson. You know, but if you look at the big picture, right? Every relationship is going to have ups and downs. Every relationship. Every relationship. Hey, Kay. Every relationship is going to have ups and downs, right? Every relationship is going to have fighting and bickering over stupid shit. Every relationship comes with each person's own individual personalities, right? Now, all of your kids, even the people who are saying right now, you know, what you would do. Your kids probably have things that they don't like about your relationship with their dad, right? It's normal, right? They're going to like things, they're going to not like things, they're going to want to change their path. There is nothing wrong with it. I don't find offense. Do I wish Dan opened doors for me, gave me a kiss on the cheek every day, told me thank you multiple times a day? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because you know what? Sometimes that would help me in what I do here, breaking my back. But he doesn't do that. He was never raised in that situation. He was never seen touchy-feely, you know. I don't want a crotch grab. I don't want a breast grab. But I want, you know, would I not change that? No. But yes, I would. So if that bothers my kids, they can make sure their husbands do the same thing. But if you look at the big course, right? If you look at our course of the 27 years, right? He's never cheated, right? He's never beat me. and we are loyal to one another. Doesn't mean we have to like each other all the time, right? I do believe Dan is my soulmate, as much as he fucking pisses me off, right? Yes, that's exactly what I say. I told my children, learn what to do and not to do from your parents. My mom said the same thing. Change your course, change your path. And I married her path. I married my path. I married her fucking path. I married fucking Ed. Shit. No, but that's the thing, is you guys got to stop. You know, this isn't this channel, right? When I come on here and when I vent and when I'm trying to have fun, I'm trying to vent from my anxieties from, you know, whatever, a couple days or last night or the night before or who knows, right? I try to have fun with it. I try to normalize the banters. I try to normalize the marriage woes and the irritations with one another. I try to normalize that because to me, that's how I cope with reality. That's how I cope with my everyday looming pressures, and some of which are my own, right? Dan doesn't pressure me to do the yard. He doesn't pressure me to do the laundry. He doesn't pressure me to do any of those things. It's what I do to myself, right? Yes, the easy way out is divorcing. The hardest part of marriage is staying married, right? So here's the thing. Dan and I, we're in a very odd predicament, right? Because we both have social media accounts. I'm not looking for others to judge or dissect my marriage. I'm trying to relate to the people who deal with the same shit. Husbands too, because there are men on here too. I want to make you laugh at your own situation because that's the only way that I can get through my day is laughter. Now, my point is that Dan and I, right, we have accounts, you know, on here. So I feel like some people feel like they need to choose a side. This isn't anything for me. I don't do this for you to choose me over him and vice versa. This is not, even though people do it, right? People do it. People do it. That's not what it's here for. At the end of the day, Dan and I are married. We're married. We do this shit together. Do we fight on live sometimes? That was an argument. Yes. But you know what? He was defensive. But at the end of the day, it's not about, I want to see Dan, you know, you got to put you got to stop looking too much into it, right? You got to stop looking too much into it. It's not as serious. Yes, he's annoying. I say that every day. Look at him.
It is, you know, if I was really pissed off, I wouldn't be out here helping her channel get views.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm
Get out of
when
here.
I'm out here, I don't, not that I like hearing it, but you know, it is content, and these are real problems. They're not major. We're making them, you know, bigger than they are. Think about it. I'm talking to her at 9:30.
How could that be annoying?
Trying to get her to talk, right? That's literally what
This
happened.
face.
It's just social media, guys. If there was, you know, these are real issues, and you see real issues on our lives, but they're not all that serious. It's mostly in fun, what we're doing here.
Except at night when you're waking me up.
But we're dealing with, you know,
That's
we're
not
not
fun.
making issues up. They are real issues, and we're just having fun with them and going with it and being a little open. That's it.
I'm open, you're not.
Bullshit.
I'm open.
I just don't bag on you. It's not my
You're
thing.
deflective.
It's not my shtick. I don't get on here and complain about you because it's not my thing.
No, but I don't do
I
the
don't mind.
things.
I don't. You do your thing. You do your thing. I'll do mine. I'll play with yours. I don't care if you use me or my flaws, my faults. That they are common. I know they are. There's a human thread. Everything I do, I know many people probably do the same thing. So it's human. It's a connection between people.
And people who have been together for
Ever.
30 plus years. Danielle, you're overreacting. Again, unsolicited advice, unsolicited observation. Again, unsolicited. You see what you want to see, and that's a choice, Mari. You choose to see it that way. Again, you picked a side. You picked a side. Without even knowing you picked a side. You just picked a side. So, anyhow. You guys, it is what it is. Stop making it out to be something worse than it really is. If we were that miserable with each other, marriage, like I said, I don't understand how people don't think like people, you know, don't get annoyed with one another. And anybody who tells me that, yeah, I think you're just full of shit. Stop kidding yourself. I come across as harsh, okay? Sorry. That's my personality. Like it, love it, or don't. The choice is yours. I don't know when you say, oh, you're from El Dorado Hills? Deb, a lady here in Elk Grove. Send me an email, mrsdsalnorcal3@gmail.com. mrsdsalnorcal3@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll give you her information. Yeah, so this is our marriage. It may not work for other people, but it works for us. And this has been us our whole entire lives. This is not something that just changed because we've gotten grandpa or, you know, whatever it is. This is something that we have done our whole lives, right? Dan's a poker. I was quiet for a long fucking time. And now I just have a voice and I tell him where to fucking stick it, right? There's a big difference. Yeah. But I'm not happy about it, Brady. I don't want to be woken up. You guys know, I've been struggling with sleep. You guys.
Issue with your claim that you were quiet a long fucking time.
I was quiet a long time.
No, not with me.
Yes, I was.
No. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Really?
Here he comes again.
What do you want me to do?
Here he comes.
I could listen on the fucking thing and type or walk out, but you're.
I was quiet. Remember when I talk about that young, quiet girl? I was. There was a long time ago. It took me a long time to learn my voice with him, especially, and with others after that.
And that's who I fell in love with.
Oh, Jesus. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I mean, honestly, I like independent Danielle. Whatever it is, right? There's some people that like to keep everything, keep people locked down, control things. I'm not that way. I'm glad she's independent. I hope she builds her own independent empire, completely separate. And that's fine. I will support her in whatever she's doing. I don't want to, I want to be, if I die tomorrow, I hope she can, keep moving on and be super successful at her social media thing. She does it every day. I mean, who the hell else could do this, right? How many people could get on this many hours? I mean, I'm freaking exhausted. You're on again. Holy crap. I walk out. Oh, man.
What do you mean I'm on again?
No, I mean, you're on a lot. You have subscription lives. It's not bad. It's just I don't have that kind of energy. You have more energy than most people. Lulu, we're not circus animals.
Can you move your leg?
Are you fucking kidding me?
You're in my way.
Jesus Christ. Right in the fucking funny bone on my knee.
I can't see. I can't see, so he stands in my way when I'm doing weights. I can't help it.
It's already hot out here.
These are dupes, free people dupes. You find these on Amazon.
This is the longest day shirt. You find it on my link in my bio. Please give money. Please. You'll lose it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyhow, you have to have a lot of energy for what I do, because you could not do, all my stuff around the house, the yard, the everything. I mean, Dan's going to see me out here in this pile pretty soon digging right now, and it's fucking hot.
And then at 9 o'clock when we get to bed,
I pass out. And he's so mad at me for passing out. He's just, because he wants attention, but that's the time.
I wanted to talk. I'm bored.
That's
I want to talk to my wife.
I don't have I'm exhausted.
I wait all week for Saturday night.
Why?
And then it comes.
What's the point?
Just
every day is a Saturday for you.
No, that's not true. Only Saturday is Saturday.
What makes that day any different from
Because I
Monday,
lived my
Tuesday,
whole
Wednesday,
life
Thursday,
thinking,
Friday?
it's Saturday night. I guess that makes it all right.
Yeah, you're retired,
Baby,
but
what are you gonna do?
I mean, every day for us is the same fucking day. We wake up, we do the same shit, we answer the same questions. It's not like Saturday's any specific day, different.
Little red. I mean, everybody sings about Saturday. Saturday's all right for fighting. I mean, Saturday night is the night. That's the night. So come Saturday night, I'm thinking, man.
Yeah, if Dan,
this is my chance.
Dan wouldn't
my
even, Cindy,
opportunity.
I don't think Dan could last a full day doing what I do. I think Dan literally would he would die. Like he would peter out and be like, I can't.
Do you know what I do? I mean, while you're out there, do you know some of the things I'm doing that are mentally exhausting?
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, she doesn't do it, but I deal with a lot of people because of social media that are really in a bad way. A couple every day, and I'm engaged in emails from people that I don't know, but they're living through some shithole, and I'm trying to help them. That is, it's equally mentally exhausting as physically exhausting.
Yeah, but I have mental and physical exhausting. I have it both.
Well, I unfortunately
Dan could not do what I do all day long.
Yeah, you couldn't do what I do all day long.
I could definitely do what you do.
You could not do what I do.
No, I couldn't because I couldn't sit in a chair that long.
I mean, there's not easy situations to deal with.
I could not sit in a chair all day long. I could not. You're right. That would be really hard for me to do.
I'm face to face with.
You don't do that every day.
Every single day,
No, you
at least
don't.
once.
Well, that's your choice.
Well,
you don't
that's my
have to
choice.
do that.
That's right. That's what I choose to do. Because there are people out there, and if I can help, just because I'm Dan, and they have some kind of trust in me, I don't know where it comes from, but if I can help, why not? Why not? So, let me tell this
These
story.
are free people dupes. Just when you go on Amazon, I might have them in my link tree. Go in my link tree.
I will tell you guys
might see
something.
them
The neatest thing about social media or getting here is, and my God, it must be so incredibly exponentially higher for people that are on TV or people that are known, but people don't think about it. But those people that have known, that people like, they have an ability to make somebody's day, to make somebody happy with 3 words or an email or a wave or a picture. I mean, I've driven to somebody. They couldn't get somewhere, and they were somewhere else. They came here. I drove there.
Stand right here.
And took a picture for 5 minutes with my dad. That family was so grateful, and I walked away thinking to myself, it's hard for me to believe that they could be so happy because I came and took a picture. But that's something that we've got. Other people, it's something that is amazing. Probably the best thing I have.
Smile on your wife's face sometimes like that.
I do. You don't read the comments? I was saying all sorts of
Yeah,
nice
that's
stuff.
because it's
You were
bullshit.
looking awful beautiful this morning.
God, you can't do it on social media.
But you are.
Because I don't
It's
accept-
just when I see it.
I don't accept
All right.
the social media.
But in any event, it's an
in
amazing
between my
privilege
Stand in
to
between
be
my
able.
legs
God
so
damn
people
it!
don't see
An
my
amazing
crotch.
privilege to be able to do that. It's something that I never thought about, anticipated. You wouldn't think about it, but it's an awesome power. And people that are that have this ability, I mean, it's an amazing thing, and I hope they use it. If someone else said it, Conan O'Brien's guy.
This is what happens with Dan. He puts all his energy outside of the house. So when it comes time for the house, he's got no time for anybody else because he's exhausted all those energies to other people. Okay, carry on.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
It is because your family needs you too.
You think I'm not here for my family?
Not in the ways you give to other people.
I do like working out. I like to walk.
And that's just a fact.
Just pick up after yourself. I do. I mean, this is again social media. I pick up after myself. I clean. I do try to do things. Not like I'm just a walking fucking that dude from that Peanuts character that always had a cloud around him. Peppermint Patty.
By the way,
I'm not Peppermint fucking Patty.
I think John said something rude about him. I do a lot of the monotonous stuff with his dad, right? I'm typically in the center of the house dealing with his repeated questions. Dan's in the room dealing with his other people or doing
Well,
social
I also
media.
deal with my dad when he is at wit's end, right?
But
When you can't do it, I come in and take him.
I deal with Ed in a lot more different ways than Dan does, right? We all have our things. He takes them for me sometimes, and he takes them to lunch and tries to get him out of the house so I can finish up doing what I'm doing.
Every day.
But ultimately, you got to realize that this is a joint effort, right?
Joint effort.
We both do things. Like I'm better at some things like showering than he is.
I'm better at calming him down.
And that's the thing.
That's what we do.
You have to understand that we both, it's not just Dan does it, right? It's not just me. It's we both do it.
And we're dealing with the pressures of everyday life, paying the bills, which is, we're in a brand new business, totally brand new at freaking 50 in our 50s. It's scary. There's a lot of stress in addition to Ed.
Oh, but
we deal with it.
You could do so much better than me though, Dan. I'm going to release you.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to release you from my grips because there's so many comments on here saying you could do so much better. Dan, I'm going to let you go.
Oh, you mean like for women?
Yeah, for women. So much better, Dan. You can find somebody else that can do my job.
I don't know who would want her job. I mean, unless you're in love with the job, it's tough. Doing what we do is not easy. I'm to the point where I enjoy it. I mean, I just told my dad I did the coffee chat, and I'm out here barking at Danielle the whole time. I went in, I spent 10 minutes with him, and I was laughing and smile coming out. And Dad, you never fail to pick me up every day. He just makes me freaking laugh. I ask him a question, he's just sitting there. Just looking at his face makes me smile and laugh as he's trying to formulate an answer, and he's just taking the question so seriously. He is an amazing person. But it was not always like that. It was really tough at the beginning.
Jules, you should know better.
Carrie, I think that's amazing what you do. Thank you.
He doesn't know how to do that. That's not Dan.
What?
So I'm trying to teach my son to do those things better than what his dad doesn't do. Like saying, no, honey, you're right. I could not do any better than you. That was the correct answer.
Am I in the market? I mean, I'm not shopping, so it's not like I'm thinking about. I mean, my plan's to get through the day, to get to 8 o'clock, to be able to get to bed. By the way, when I talk to her, just so that you know a little what's going through my mind, at 8:30, 9:30 at night, to me, when she's out, that's golden time for me. I mean, he's asleep, he's not getting up, there's no noise in the house, Andrew's gone. It's like, wow, we don't get this opportunity. So yes, last night I'm trying to get her up, and I'm baiting her, whatever, I'm saying trying to get her to respond. So I go, "You're up. Let's chat." That's it. It's quite healthy from my perspective. She didn't like it, but that's what's going through my mind. It was a beautiful, quiet time.
Yeah, and you were yelling at me about not talking.
But I wasn't
to you
yelling.
All day.
I was talking.
Yeah, but you're being a fucking
Yes,
prick.
because I'm trying to get you to respond. I'm thinking, is she really asleep
Yeah,
or
but
is
you
she up?
want me
If
to-
she's up,
but
I
you
can
want me
bait
to-
her into.
But why would you want to bait me in a negative way?
Just to get you up.
But you know that's not the way to do it with me. But
There's
yet you
no
still
way
do
to
it
do
that
it.
way.
There's no way to do it.
But you shouldn't wake me up the first way. But you
Hey,
also
look,
shouldn't be a prick and then you give me.
I
bad
am what I
dreams
am
for
at
the-
9:30 after gummies, and I'm relaxing. It's Saturday night. It's just the way I am. I mean, that's everything that we've talked about this morning. That's the real. And then it's that there's a bit of her agitation, and then it gets bumped up on social media because it's more fun in the morning, right? But these are not battles about she cheated on me last week. How are we going to get through it? It's quite different.
How did you find out?
Because I got herpes and.
He's got an open sore on the tip.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Caught her on the counter. Wasn't me. Saw them banging on the sofa. Wasn't me. Even heard him in the shower. Wasn't
got the
me.
big red sore. Wasn't me. Don't know where I got it. Wasn't me.
Leah, I try to
What the
protect
hell is
us
that?
women because I can't do it by me. By me, I was reading.
Get me some penicillin.
I can't do it by myself, but I think women really need to stand together in today's day and age. We've always have, but we have a little bit more power today than we've ever had. And I think instead of women fighting against one another, being jealous and ripping them apart, I think together we need to band as one and fight for our rights as women. Because let me tell you, well, you already know what I think. Women rule. And without us, society would be in danger.
And without men,
We wouldn't have babies. That's it. What else? Without men, what?
life would be boring.
I could handle some boring about now.
You fine. Boring.
Your wife got herpes from a toilet seat. Now, Dave, I've heard about that, but was she straddling the fucking seat? I mean, if you're aiming right and your vag is in the hole, you ain't getting herpes on your labia unless she got it on a butt cheek, which is possible. So, and that's the room with bars. Here we go.
What?
Our new business venture at Silence Law Group,
What?
the husband retreat.
Oh.
Locked up husband retreat. You'll enjoy it for just
There is no boss in our relationship.
me.
There's no boss. My attitude is don't fight the small stuff, and on the big stuff. Here's the thing about Danielle. I'll tell you, I noticed it today.
In the Speedos
And,
with
and
tutus.
it's I've known this,
And heels.
it's one of the reasons why I'm a lot. Things she does in the moment don't bother me or says. She's very, outspoken, and when we argue, it's I'm never going to win an argument in the moment. It's just not possible. But what she does is she does, think about everything that's said, and then days later, we'll argue about things like a rug. You can't put that rug there. It's got a corner. He could slip on the fucking thing.
My fucking
We have
rugs.
to be, proactive and not reactive. And bitching. But the next day she moved the rug. I didn't say anything. It just moved, gone. So, she is Danielle, but she does think about things, and she does, even if she won't admit it in the moment, she does think to do what's right and tries to do what's right, which is really important.
There you
True.
have
And
it.
I bet there's a lot of people like that. You can't touch them in the moment because there's a little trigger. I'm probably the same way.
You are that way.
And many times. But
Watch.
over
Dan.
the next day,
Dan.
we think and consider.
You want to buy a new car?
We think and consider what the other person said, and that's part of a healthy relationship. Even if you don't come to an agreement in the moment, which is rare with us, we do over the next couple days work
Nobody
it out.
outthinks me, smarty pants. But I do, as much, my arguments in those moments when he says remove my rugs, I'm pissed off one more time, right? Because I'm like, God damn it, I knew it was coming, right? But I hate adjusting my decor, right? That's one of the things. I gave up my room for Ed. Now I have to come out here and sweat my balls off. Oh, actually, labia. But anyhow, those are the sacrifices I have made to have him in my house. And my rugs, if you know anything about my house, I'm very much into my decor and like my things my way. And so even though I know it's going to have to go, it just still pisses me off for the moment. And then I do it. It's what I do.
Exactly, and that's true. It's a very true thing. And that's a lot of the reasons why I've learned not to overreact in the moment or push things beyond.
You're an overreactor.
Because I know that, and it's like with many people, as soon as people calm down, then rationale comes back.
It just frustrates me because, I love my rugs. I really do. I love my rug. And then it hides all the pet hair. Because then it all tracks that, and then my floors don't look so dirty. There's a lot of reasons why I like this. So now, when I have no rugs in the house, all it does is make me more fucking compulsive because I see everything, and it drives me nuts. It is marriage, you guys, and the most you can, and that's what I said. I don't want you guys choosing a side. I want you to look at my, my venting and my blasting Dan's ass out as a normalization for every relationship, right? In it, good or bad. And I know, honey, hold on. I know. To make you laugh at your own situation, because I think laughter is so important. And that's my own intent for everybody, is just to get you to laugh, to watch me laugh and think, God damn, thank God I don't have her life. Lord have mercy, that poor girl, or whatever goes through your head, you know? And I want you to be able just to think, you know, just take away in the moment you watch me. And I want you to be out of your moments and your stress. I want you to live in mine for a minute, laugh at me because I'm having fun with it. That's it, right? That's it. It's just, no, Pam, it's just not. He can't. He just shuffles. So, you know, the thing is that even with the rugs that I have in front of the carpet, you know, he shuffles. And so I always have to say, pick up your feet, you know? And I try, Jerry, because I want you to laugh. And I want you people to be like, holy shit, this is my life. Or thank God I don't have a husband like that. Or, you know, whatever it is. Or God, a lot of people, I see all the rude comments to me. She's such a bitch. He needs to get rid of her. Whatever. You don't like me, but you still show up every day and watch me. So is it for what? For what purpose? You obviously like me. I'm intriguing somehow to you to keep bringing you back for more, right? Do I ever praise Dan? When he gives me a reason to praise him, I sure will, Keith. That's right. I know, like if he puts a dish away and he wants praise for a dish, no. No, I don't praise him. Yay, honey. Do I get a praise every time? Do I get a praise every time I do the dishes, every time I do the laundry, every time I do yard work and trim the trees and wash the cars and change the oil and what else? Change the fucking mechanisms in my toilet? Hi, Marianne. Do I get a praise? Do I get a yes, honey, you're a badass? No. Men don't need praises for anything. What does he need a praise for? My fucking praises should be screamed from the top of the mountaintops every fucking day. And there you have it. Give him shimmy. He needs to get some, well, Britt, I mean, you know you have to work for that shit. You do things. You light candles for your sweet pie. You light candles for her. You clean the house. You cook her meals, girl, for that girl. You're not a girl. I'm not calling you a girl, Britt. But here's the thing. Women spread their legs for that behavior. You work on things, you build things, you change the shit. You change my legs would on I'd be walking in an open forum like this. I'd be, hey baby, what's up? Right? Let's go. Where's my shimmy towel? There's a huge difference. You deserve it. You deserve it. Open Mexican pie on the platter, on the bed, with the shimmy towel and the candles. Yes, because you did it. Now, if Dan did that shit for me, I swear to God, people would be like, why is Danielle walking like that? Because she's happy with her husband. It's open for him whenever he wants it. Now, until that happens, these legs are closed. Brett, we know this. Your Mexican pie. Mexican pie. Now, all these women in the back, they're like, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Brett is that guy. Brett is that guy. He was here from the beginning, and then he's had a lot of shit going on in his life, so he pops in every so often to make sure I remember. No wonder why his wife wants shimmy all the time. No wonder why. She loves to let him dine with the Mexican pie. It is something that happens. Open forum, spread eagle on command. Hey, baby, you ready? Love that candle over there. Ooh, did you put away those dishes? Fuck. How about you did the laundry too? Oh my God, let's go. Catch me. I mean, that would be me every day. Spread Eagle Express right here. Not gonna happen. No, you may not have a TV show of that. What's a Mexican pie? Well, it's his Mexican pie. Brett's. In that term, he did it. I didn't say it. So if any Hispanic women out there, do not come after me, because she has a pie and she's Mexican, and so he named it the Mexican pie. That's it. It is what it is. I didn't do it. He did it. Puffy taco. Nobody wants a puffy taco. I mean, there is puffy tacos out there, but I mean, there's a lot of. Oh, don't get me started on the vulva shit. Nothing happened to Dan's account. It used to be called the hair pie. Yes, but he's named it the Mexican pie because she's Mexican and it's her pie and he loves her pie. It's very, the chalupa. You know, oh, sorry, Brett. I forgot. The Mexican pie is dessert. That's after the full course meal. Come on, baby. Yeah, but anyhow, Brett is, from what I can see, and we've had long talks with Brett, and some of you long timers might remember Brett, and you know he's admitted to not being the best husband, right? In a long time, and then one day he just woke up and decided to change, and I give him a lot of credit for that because it's hard to change. It is hard to change your normal. It's hard to change a routine, especially when you're in it and you've done it so long, right? So I give him credit. And he said, I do things for my wife and my kids. He's like, I just changed my course. And that's amazing. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's a better man and happy. And I love that. And that's one of the biggest success stories. I will always remember Brett because of that. We've had long talks on social media and him just, speaking facts. So I think that's amazing, Brett. On Poshmark, oh, really? Pie talk. Pie talk always gets the viewers in. What she said. Yeah, in the salamander serum. The pie talk. Are we talking pie or are we talking pie? Are we talking the dining at the pie wow? Or are we talking pie? Like blueberry pie, cherry pie? No, we were talking the sexual version pie. Dan wanted it. Yes, Amanda. But this woman has been bleeding. I'm not comfortable. He would love, I'm one of those women that is not comfortable when there's things coming out of my eggs are sloughing off and there's murky waters down below. I'm not comfortable with that. So I'm not one of those people that's like, hey baby, just put the towel down. Let's go for it. I don't want to be touched. I feel dirty. I think it's nasty. And Dan is just a guy. And he's like, hey, can I touch it? What? No, on the outside. Just on the outside. Well, why would you just touch it on the outside? What's the point if you know you can't get any? I just want to touch it. No. Well, why not? Because that's nasty. I don't want your hand on a dirty hootie. No. No. My hootie is not. She is dead. She's like a vampire. She's in her box and she doesn't want to be touched. What the hell? Why do you want to touch it? Well, for me. For you. So I should let you put your hand right on my dirty hootie. And for you, for what purpose? Are you going to take the other hand and tickle your tip? What are we doing with this? And what's the purpose of touching me? Just because I can? No. I just on the outside. This was just a touch. A touch. And then he's like this. Well, can I? No. Murky waters, Dan. Murky waters. Well, I'm not asking to go inside. Well, thank the Lord you ain't. For the love of God. Oh, this guy. Leave me alone. Women. Yeah. What I should have done, GSR, now that I think about it, I should have said, yeah, why don't you come on in? Could you imagine? Come on in. Why don't you take a little dip inside? See what you find, fucker. Shit. Wouldn't that be funny? Damn it, I should have thought about that. And he goes to the bathroom and wipes his face. Ooh, honey, you got something on your face. I do. What? I don't know. Go look. It's like a tribal, What's that? Well, you wanted to go inside. That's what you get for wanting touchy. So the other day, I literally, and this is going to be, some of you women right now, and some of you men are going to be like, oh my God, TMI, Danielle, but I'm going to tell you what I did. Because every time I say, I'm bleeding, he's always second guessing that. Like, it's been like 10 days, Danielle. Well, yes, I know. Trust me, my vagina knows it. I know it. My body knows it. My headache knows it. And the throbbing around my vulva knows it. And the burning sensation in my fallopian tubes, right? So the other day, yesterday, it was a matter of fact,
I thought I was done, right? And then I go pee and I wiped. And I was like, oh, well, hello. So I wiped again, dibbity dabbed. And then because I knew I wasn't going to, I was going to go swimming. So whatever. I did put a tampon in though, after I showed him. So yes. And you don't believe me, you can ask him. So I took this out because I know he's like, mm-mm. So she did. Michael, well, you deserved it. And I was like, look at this. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? You're fucking nasty. And I said, well, I just want you to see that this is called perimenopause, right? 10 days in. And look, wipey and bloody, murky waters, right? Right? So I just wanted to showcase and let you know that I ain't lying, right? It's here. You want to see it again? God, it's fucking gross. That's right, I am. Peace. But then that night, after gummies and Fernan and whatever, he's like, can I touch it? I should have. Damn it. How does Ed stay with you? Oh my God. Mitch, I don't know. How the hell does he stay with me? I'm such a raunchy, fucking horrendous bitch. Jay, I know, but that's disgusting. I don't feel good with that. I feel so... no period for a year. Rhonda, you're in the pause. You are in the pause officially. I'm jealous. Dislike. I know I have developed a strong dislike Ford. Oh, thanks, Trooper. Thanks. Good. And whatever you meant, I can kind of almost dissect what you meant to say. You have developed a strong dislike for me. That's fine. But you don't need to announce that. This isn't an airport, right? We don't need any announcements over the loudspeaker. You can just take your ass out of here. And this isn't Burger King for you all who want me to change. You can't have it your way. This is my way. Like it, love it, and all my crassness and all my humor, I think it's funny. If you don't like it, you don't have to. There's other creators you can go and bully around and harass, but not me. I don't know. My platform, my choice, right? My pussy, my choice. Same thing. I hate that word, but it proves a point. Me woman, me say. I dictate what comes out of my mouth, my ass, and my pussy, and what goes in and what goes out. That's right. Just telling you. Now, if more women thought that way and we banded together instead of working against one another or being jealous or pissed off or God knows what y'all who are mean and bully people like me are thinking. But if we all stood together, regardless of our faith, our religion, our race, our personalities, and we banded together just to support thy woman race, we'd be a lot stronger. It's the weak people. You are only as strong as your weakest link, right? So you got all these women who are pissed off at other women, jealous, God knows what they're irritated with, but they bring down our whole race. And then it makes us inept to deal with the stronger forces at hand, right? It makes us inept when we don't have and believe in thy woman and support thy woman. It brings our forces down. Now, could you imagine if we loved one another? If we loved one another and we just rose and we kept rising, let me tell you, we would be a fucking powerful being. But no, nobody can figure out why we have to fucking fight, why we have to be jealous, why we have to attack others. Y'all, get with it. Support each other. Love one another. Show kindness, not love.
Love one another right now.
It would really help women in today's day.
So join us tomorrow on the MSN. It's not Microsoft News. It is fuck is it? MSN.
You said
Men's Suppression Network. Join us tomorrow on the Men's Suppression Network, MSN. Danielle will be hosting. She will bring us.
Can I get an amen?
MSN. That's a new acronym. Men's Suppression Network.
Can I get
it will be
an
coming live to your
amen?
cable station.
Can I get a hallelujah? It is Sunday, and we need to do a little praying.
They're gonna parade women on, then they're gonna bring those men. It's pretty funny.
And we're gonna dress thy men in tutus and speedos and high heels. That's right. Dancing between us.
There was a TikTok where these three dudes were ordering food, and the plumber and the electrician or the plumber and the other construction guy ordered just bacon and eggs and all this crap, and the electrician ordered a vegan omelet or whatever, or some, and they were all making fun of him.
Katie, that's funny. She said, "No men, not amen."
and then the waitress takes the order. So let me get this right. So you would like a vegan omelet with a side of cottage cheese.
What are you talking about?
And then the waitress says, "Would you like a side of cock with that?" She was playing with it. It was a funny TikTok. I think it was from a movie, actually. Anybody seen that scene?
I didn't find it funny.
Pretty damn funny. I mean, the guys were giving him shit, and then the waitress just came on and just blew him out of the water.
I don't know. Anyhow, I was finishing up, and
I know. I'm waiting for you to finish so I can do something else. I have to, I have you on there, and normally I can just tune you out, but today it's been a good show. I can't. Today has been a really good show. I've rather enjoyed it. What?
So he has to be a part of it.
Well, no,
anyhow,
I'm hoping you get
y'all,
off so
let's take a minute. I know I got to do some yard work before it gets harder. Every minute, let's take a minute. We have not done a Sunday sermon in the garage
Hallelujah!
in a couple weeks.
Can I get an amen?
No men. Not an amen. No men, please. Anyhow, you guys take a deep breath in.
I'm sweating out here. It's crazy.
Hold it. Hold the breath. All right, release it. One more breath in. Your breath stinks. Can you get the fuck out of here?
I'm leaving to play it again.
Jesus. I mean, when I say deep breath in and deep breath out, I never have somebody behind me blowing his fucking hot bear coffee breath, nicotine breath in there.
Coco's trying to do it.
Anyhow, one more time. In and out. And let me tell you something. Take no shit today. Nobody take those men, those women, whatever you need to say. Take no prisoners today. You set your boundaries and you tell people what's up. And if my dog runs out, I swear to God, you are going to see a live death on this platform. Not my dog's, my husband's. Anyhow, no shit Sunday. That's right. Take no shit today. And Danielle has told you that. Women, you stand your ground. Your honey says, honey, I want a chicken pot pie. You said, get your motherfucking fat ass up and cook it yourself, bitch. That's right. No, I ain't getting you a beer. I don't care. You get up and get it yourself. Fuck that shit, y'all. Stand straight, stand proud, stand with your chest out and your chin out, and you do what you feel like doing. Stop talking in your head, talk it out loud. You know what? People deserve it. Let's rise above it. Let's stay together. Women, all you negative Nellies out there, you guys, come on. I know I can pull you into this bullshit. Take a deep breath. Come on, women empowerment. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Can I hear a no men? Just kidding. We do need men. Some of you need them. Some of you need them, you know. I don't need my man. He has trained me not to need him. So that's what he gets for Miss Independent right here. I don't want to be single, Anissa. And if that's what you see, I'm sorry. Your eyes are half closed. Because people who think that really don't have a fucking clue. Or anyhow, an omen? No men. That was funny. I love women empowerment. You guys, there's so many women's things today that is just making me nervous for the country and women to be, and their children, their girls and their future girls. And I just think before it's too late, we really need to band together. I mean, what happened to this shit? There was a while ago that we were together and, we had support and we were there to boost each other up. And today on these platforms, women are the most awful people on the fucking platforms, and that saddens me when I see these issues being brought up, trying to make political issues out of women's rights. What are we doing, people? Come on. Anyhow, save the world, Laura. Let's go one man at a time. We're saving him. I can never save Dan, trust me. He's alive, so that's a huge part. After 30 something years together, he's still alive. So that shows something about my patience. Those of you who tell me I have no patience, my husband's still alive. That's great patience, I think. Anyhow, I love you guys. Be strong. Enjoy your day today. Do whatever it is. If you're sitting on the couch, if you're doing crazy shit like me, I will be jumping in the pool and swimming some laps later today. Thank you for everybody who comes and supports me daily. Thank you for the people who enjoy and get my sense of humor and my wackiness, because I you know how much better I feel? At the beginning of the day, when I came out here, I was ready to cry. And right at this minute, I am not. So that's what you guys do for me. I hope I do the same thing for you. That's it. Bottom line. That's my intent every day. To laugh, to make you silly, to make you feel giddy, and to just make you think, God, I love this woman. She really lets me into how I need to be more. Stop taking things so serious. Try to laugh, try to enjoy life, and try to pick the things that are important in each person out. Stop looking at people's flaws, right? Dan, remember, I'm looking at his flaws every day because I do social media. So I'm thinking content now. So I do it for content purposes, but I still love that fucker. He's an annoying fucker at that, but I still love him. And I couldn't imagine my life without him. So remember that at the end of the day. Anyhow, I love you guys. You remember, you are worthy, you are important, and your feelings are just that, yours. We are entitled to our own feelings, whether or not somebody agrees with them or not. It's the reaction sometimes of our feelings that gets us in trouble. I'm the biggest culprit in that. I'm a reactor because I'm emotional, but I'm still have a big heart. It doesn't take away from who I am on the inside because I react to my emotions. I get sad, just like you. I get angry, I get frustrated, and I get overwhelmed and tired. That's called normalcy. Love you guys. I'll see you later.